Thypoch Simera offers a new way of seeing, a window into the present, like a portal. It transports us beyond the constraints
of the ordinary, revealing a world of hidden grandeur and subtle majesty.
How can you not get excited to take photos?
It sounds a little bit AI, but...
AI? Hi everyone, Samuel here, welcome back to another video. Today we are out here in the rain. I have a special lens here that I want to review. I got sent this lens here from Thypoch. It's a new lens manufacturer from
China.
I first heard about them from friends of mine who work at the Leica store here in Hamburg. They showed me this lens when it was announced, and the concept is very unique. So I was interested and I reached out to them. I don't have an M camera, this is a lens made for Leica M cameras, but I have this Nikon ZF and I bought an adapter, and I really want to use a manual focus lens on this camera body. So I reached out to them, they said, okay, we will send you the 28. They have a 28 and a 35. He has the 35. Yesterday I found out that Delmar bought one. We didn't know that we both have this lens today. I want to give you a little first impression. Yeah, share our impressions, how you like it or not like it anymore, we will see. And then after this, after 3 or 4 weeks, I will share my final thoughts. But first of all, we have to tell you what this lens manufacturer is actually saying about themselves, which is on the what to say, on the brink of being a little bit kitsch,
cheesy,
and cheesy,
a bit cheesy,
but
yeah.
It's also a little bit cool. They're really pushing this their philosophy, and they want this lens to be a lens that photographers use to express themselves and not the technical aspects. The performance is good, it's very good so far, but they're really pushing the aesthetic of this lens. And the name Thypoch sounds a little weird, but that also has a meaning. They are saying that thy comes from thyself, like know thyself, and then poch comes from epoch, right? I think that's, let me check my notes. Oh, it's raining so hard, my camera's so wet. They are both words focus on eye and time, and they're calling it eye photography. It's a little bit confusing, to be honest, but they're building up a platform where they explain the concept a little bit more. For now, I just wanted to let you know what the philosophy behind this brand is. And now, let's share our initial thoughts. Maybe start with Delmar here, because he told me yesterday that he is the target group.
I'm the target group.
Why?
I'm the target group. Because I love rangefinders. I love Leica rangefinders. And my favorite focal length is the 35. I wanted it to be wider, but it is 35, it's not 40, it's not 28 personally. I have a Sony, I have a very nice Sony GM, but it's very big. So here's the thing, the Leica lenses, yes, they are very good, but they are very costly. So we all are looking around for alternatives.
Yeah.
And
then
you have like the Vogtländer alternatives, but then you have the Chinese alternatives. But so far, they have been the lenses in general. They have been a little bit too big, too heavy, and the quality was not. The quality. I was not happy with the quality, and then they sell it to you as, oh, this lens has so much character. Yeah. So here we have a lens. It's a 1.4 35 ASPH. So it is corrected for modern sensors. Yeah. Now, there are a few special things about the lens. For one, both lenses have 14 blades. Yeah. Nobody is doing this.
What does it give you?
It gives you. You can even. Can you go that close? It's completely.
It's round.
Completely round.
Yeah, okay.
And this is the secret behind a nice bokeh that you also have when you close down the aperture. Then you have also round lights in the background. What else? In addition, it has an infinity log, but also when you pass 07, which is where the ends.
The rangefinder is
ending. So here you can feel that there's a little bit of resistance.
Okay, mine doesn't have that. Oh, I have to also mention I have the 28 and it's a demo version. It says demo here. So I don't think it's out yet. So this is not the final production version, but you just bought one.
I believe this is the first one sold in Germany.
Okay. And then the really cool thing, I think, is the overall design is unique. Yeah, it's a fully mechanical lens, and it has these nice visual features. You see these dots, which indicate the focus range. So if you stop down, you see that the zone of focus gets wider. Then you focus and read your focus on the scale.
And this is a quote from a very old camera lens.
Yeah, homage.
Which you will homage.
Let's not call it a copy. It's a homage. Yeah,
it's an homage.
And I like lenses that have these this kind of focus ring.
Yes.
I don't know what it's called. So, but it doesn't have the focus tab that people know from their Leicas. It has this knob, which does lock to infinity. But I like it, and it's a 28 1.4. If you buy a Somilux from Leica 28 1.4, it's like this big and this thick.
Yeah.
So this is really one of a kind. There's no other.
So far, the quality that I saw,
we will see.
the vignetting was fine and smooth. And
okay, this one's quite heavy, to be honest.
So far.
Yeah. Sorry, I just realized that we forgot to mention a few important details about this lens. First of all, it has a floating element, which is unseen in this price category. And what it exactly does, I'm not 100% sure. I will put some information here, but basically it's good for the optical performance. And then one more cool thing is that when you use the focus ring, the lens doesn't move. It doesn't go in and out, which is really nice, because when you use the minimum focus distance, which is 40 centimeters, which is perfect if you sit in front of someone at the table, or even someone next to you in the car, you're able to take a photo of that person, and then this lens doesn't move out. So it's all focusing internally, which is nice because the lens stays compact. And it probably makes the lens also more rugged. If you hit this here, it doesn't destroy any of the moving parts to some degree, probably. Okay, enough talk. This is the most technical section of this video. We're now going to go and capture eternity, right? No, what was it?
Majesty.
Ourselves. In the flow of time.
Yeah. Know thyself when you take photos. It's raining.
It's raining.
Non-weather sealed lens. But we don't care.
We don't care.
Let's go.
This is the way we have to do it.
Okay. Look at this view, it's so beautiful. Thypoch Simera 28mm 1.4 f8 500. Boom, 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 boom. Nicht so schnell, du kannst ja ausrutschen, Nora. Alright, so how did you like these sample images that I took over the holidays? Were you able to see into eternity? Was I able to provide you with some majestic images? So I decided that this video is going to be a first impression only, because I still only have a demo version. It doesn't make sense for me to show you close-ups of the images and pixel peep and, you know, show you corner sharpness, because it's not really the production model. And I was told that I will receive the full production version around the end of January. We will see. And then of course I'm going to do a follow-up video. So my overall impression is mostly positive. I really like what Thypoch is doing in terms of the design language. I really have to commend them for trying something unique. And I really like the rendering of the images, especially wide open. Even when you stop down the lens because of the 14 aperture blades, the background is always very smooth. While at the same time, you don't always get round bokeh balls, which I like. I like lenses that have a little bit of character. But when you achieve focus, then the images are very, very sharp, even wide open. And it is really hard to tell the difference between this lens side by side next to my Nikon 28mm 1.4, which is like huge. Maybe I do a little comparison between these lenses in the future. So I like this lens a lot. But there's one huge downside, and I'm just mentioning it here because I want Thypoch to make it right, because it's their first lens. If they don't get this part of the lens right, then there's no point of making this cool distance scale here. Maybe you guessed what I'm talking about, and it's the distance scale. They're completely off. Like 5 meters is like 2 meters on the lens. So I can't really rely on the distance scales for zone focusing. Infinity is way beyond infinity.
Okay, so here are some good news, because this is not Thypoch's fault, it's actually the adapter's fault. You see, the problem with these adapters is that they are made to guarantee infinity focus. But that usually means that most lenses focus way beyond infinity, which makes the focus distance scale useless. And the solution is to get a close focus adapter and then adjust infinity focus yourself. Out of all the adapters I bought, the best one so far has been this Voigtländer close focus adapter. And even without using the focus ring on the adapter itself, it was way more accurate than the other adapters. And just by turning the adapter 1 or 2mm, I was able to get absolutely perfect infinity focus, which makes the distance scale now usable on my Nikon ZF.
We also got to mention Voigtländer just announced the 28mm 1.5 Nocturne lens. Really interesting lens, kind of a interesting time to come out with that lens, because now we have two compact 28mm 1.4, 1.5-ish lenses, and I'm really interested in also testing that. Maybe I can get my hands on it somehow. The black paint brass version of the 28mm 1.5 from Voigtländer. It's so beautiful, and I think it's going to match very well with the Nikon ZF, so I kind of want to try that. It's also 1 centimeter, almost 1 centimeter shorter than the Simera 28, which is, you know, the size is fine, but shorter is always better when it comes to lenses, at least. Okay, so I'm going to wrap this up. This was my first impression with Thypoch Simera 28mm 1.5. 1.4. Let me know in the comment section if you have any questions. Maybe I can answer them, and then we will wait for the production model to arrive, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye bye. Can't wait to go inside again. Stay extraordinary. Stay majestic. Feel your images. You are not a photographer unless you can talk about your photography. No. A product is only good when the marketing has the right words to describe the product. It's not about the images, it's about what we say about how the images look like. Thank you, Thypoch, by the way, for sending me this lens. I'm really looking forward to use this more. Great job so far, but please get the distance scale right. It's your first product. It should be absolutely right. I mean, by the way, I don't expect perfection, because a lot of Leica lenses are not even perfect. But it should be at least close to perfect. I don't want to focus to infinity and then focus back and, you know, try to remember that 8 meters is actually infinity or something like that, you know? So, please. Okay, bye.